Alex Jones, and we were just saying, weren't we? It's lovely when old friends drop in.
Always. And you can definitely say that tonight's guest is a friend.
Welcome back to Matt LeBlanc. Hey, Matt. That was a crack of that, wasn't it? Absolute beauty punch.
Oh, it's all movie magic.
Yeah, you didn't really punch Ross in the face, did you?
Wanted to. He owed me a little money, but I didn't. No, that was a tough scene to get through with a straight face.
But is there a story about the punch that came before that? It didn't quite go to plan.
When he goes to punch me, there's a pole in the coffee shop, like a green ornate kind of steel post.
Right.
And they brought in a special post that had a soft spot on it for him to punch, and they kind of measured where that should go, and they put it in the wrong spot. He didn't break his hand, but I think it hurt a little bit.
So he's properly holding his fist for a reason.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we look forward to talking about the new series of episodes, which has
great.
come into our screens. Well, from politics to the even more cutthroat world of Hollywood, and the return of episodes on Monday.
Yeah, so shall we remind ourselves of where we got to at the end of last season? Here we go.
So, long-suffering writers Sean and Beverly had this series cancelled.
They happily turned their backs on all of the crazy Hollywood agents and executives and the greedy, selfish Matt LeBlanc, and they returned to the UK.
Now, as soon as they got back, their phone rang. It was a Hollywood number. So what happens next?
I don't know. No,
Are you with us?
Yes. I was engaged there. It was
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's
good.
Now
It's
at
a
least
good
you know
show.
what's
I
gone
might
on
watch
now,
it.
man.
Yeah, exactly. No, so prior to that phone call, back up just a hair, is they had a new show that not a new show, a script that they had written a while back that they kind of had in the closet, and their agent found it and had kind of secretly showed it around and developed some interest in it. So they don't want to do that, and they want to, Pucks is canceled, and they want to go back to London. So they get there, and then the network that Pucks is on finds out that since they've canceled it, I've now got a job with a really good writer on a rival network. So the network that Pucks is on, bear with me, decides to pick up Pucks for 6 episodes, just long enough to block me from doing this other show, with no intention of airing these episodes. They're just going to make them because they have the option contractually to hold everybody up. So Sean and Beverly are back in London. They have to contractually go back to LA and make these episodes. So now, for the first time on episodes, which is kind of a unique dynamic, Sean, Beverly, and my character are all on the same side of an argument. We're all reluctantly back to work, but we're all on the same side. Usually we're at odds with one another.
Yeah, so that must be a string.
So that's a new dynamic to play with each other. And I got to say, Steve Mangan and Tamsin Gregg are an absolute blast to work with, as is Kathleen Rose Perkins and Marcia, Daisy Haggard. We have a really, really good group. So then after that, let me see what happens next. So then...
It's like a test.
You don't have to go through the whole... We just want to tease it, that's all. I tell you what we'll do. To tease people, we'll put a little clip on here, because this is the moment where you realise that you're just down to $31 million.
Oh, right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Brilliant chemistry between you.
A lot of cake. A lot of cake that day.
I bet you do. But you say that playing the fictional Matt LeBlanc is a bit like preemptive therapy for you as a person.
A little bit,
No,
yeah.
you explain yourself, Matt LeBlanc.
Well, it's kind of like, I'll read the script and I'll say, wow, look at him. He drinks too much and gets in all this trouble. I better not drink too much.
Yeah, I better watch the wine intake.
He teaches his kids how to do some pretty bizarre things. Right?
Yeah.
Better be a better dad. You know what I mean? So it's that kind of like my little crystal ball, if you will.
And how has the relationship worked with the writers? Because some of it must be very close to the bone. Because the amount of stuff that you've been through over the years, I mean, it must be getting...
Yeah, you know, it's I've known those guys for such a long time, over 20 years now.
Yeah.
And it's been really fun. They know my voice really well, and they're able to sort of take something that's from my real life, a seed of something, and kind of water it and grow it into this thing that's really nothing like where they got the idea from, and they let their imaginations run wild, but it may be something that really happened is what started it. And they're super inventive, and they really come up with most of it.
Which must make it easier for you to play if it is that far removed, but still has the essence of where it came from.
Yeah, yeah. You know, in the beginning, I was kind of like, I don't know, that's a little too close, and now it's come to the point where I say, well, what about this? And they'll say things like, no, we're not doing that. That's disgusting. You didn't do that. Gosh, go to church, do something. That's terrible. Don't ever repeat that. So it's been fun.
And the guy that links the both, that worked on episodes and worked on Friends, is David Crane. Now, in Friends, you record the whole thing in front of a very enthusiastic live audience, as we've got here.
Yeah.
Laugh. Okay. Oh, you stopped before I even asked them to. They're not as good as yours. How much difference, though, does having a good audience make to a performance? Because on episodes, at the beginning, you found it quite strange, didn't you, to be working in silence without a reaction?
Yeah. Yeah. My very first scene in the first season of episodes, the first thing I shot was Stephen and I in a car, and we had just come back from, I think we had just come back from Vegas, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember where we went. But we're sitting there, we're having this long conversation. I have this speech about why in Pucks, the female character shouldn't be a lesbian. She should be straight because it gives us more storylines to go with my character and her character kind of thing. And I make a Friends reference to it. And there was a couple of jokes in that speech. It was about a half-page speech. And as I get to the joke in the speech, I'm used to the laugh, and you have to sort of hold. And then you keep talking, and then there's another joke, and then there's a... And then you continue again. So I get to the joke, and just you could hear crickets. I mean, there was nothing. I'm thinking in the back of my head, wow, it's... And I had just come off like a 6-year hiatus. I've been work, and I thought, well, that's it. I've lost my touch. I don't know how to do this anymore. And then we get to the end, and the writers come over, and they go, that was great. I go, yeah, but was it not funny? They go, no, we can't laugh. I go, right. Of course not. I thought, and so then we were off and running, and it's been good since then, you know. But it's a lot of fun.
We wish you all the best.
Would have cleaned up. That's a revelation there, isn't it?
It's amazing what you can do with a camera, though, obviously on your phone. And we know, Matt, that you're a keen photographer. You've got this stash of landscape somewhere, but you've sent in some pictures for us. It's like a call-out with Matt LeBlanc. He's actually sent these in before we got here. The first one is this, of Stephen Mangan and your lovely daughter, Marina. Now, what's the story behind this?
Well, that was after I think it was the second season of shooting episodes after we did the LA leg. Yeah. And he had some meetings and stuff in LA, and he was going to stay. He said, what's a good hotel? I said, oh, stay with me. So he stayed with me for a couple of weeks, and my little girl, she was probably 7 or 8 at the time, and she just couldn't stop touching his hair, and she loved his English accent. So one day, and he has 2 little boys, but he doesn't have a little girl, so he was just enamored with her, and she went and got all these bows and stuff and that's just the beginning, that picture. He looked like a clown when it was over. She put all kinds of stuff in his hair, and I took a great photo.
She's a beautiful little girl as well. And what about this one? Now, Matt was enamoured with this machine. I believe it's some sort of bulldozer.
Oh, yeah. You have to come for a ride now, and that's pretty fun to play with.
Matt, it's a beauty.
Well, it's lovely, I have to say, as far as my knowledge of bulldozers.
And you use this to make bike tracks, is that right?
Yeah, that, and, you know, if you have a small landslide or even a big landslide, you can...
They're a homage to Friends-ish, but yeah.
There we are.
Now, you can tell a lot from a photo. The latest online sensation even claims to be able to tell how old you are.
Or how old you look. But how well does it work? Anyway, Cary Grant, put it to the test.
Well, it can be bang on, and it can be downright cruel as well. Yeah. So we thought we'd stick your picture in, Matt.
Oh, great.
Now, are we going higher or lower?
Well, let's see. Let's hope it goes higher, and we can make fun of the machine.
OK. Well, let's have a look at your picture. See, 38. Oh, pretty good.
Excellent, yeah.
Because what, are you 6? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, no, I'm only 14. No, 47.
47.
You know, it's funny because they asked me about that backstage, so I thought, well, let's get Matt and Alex's pictures out, and let's see what we can do with them.
Well, do you know... Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea.
But let's not tell them.
know about this?
No, is
Did you know about this?
No, I didn't, but I know what you...
I asked them to keep it quiet.
God.
We've done it, have we done it?
Yeah, you're not the only one with power.
Wow.
But I have to say, they've used a very bad picture, though.
44, that's
41 and 44, terrible. Anyway, come on. Let's move on.
That's
Thanks,
a
Matt.
silly app, isn't it?
It's a silly app, Matt. It's a terrible app.
37, in case you're wondering. Anyway, now, what happens when two alpha males fight over a woman? Right for you, or is it quite
Yeah,
normal?
we have rattlesnakes, very
Rattlesnakes,
poisonous, and king snakes and gopher snakes. Which the king snake is great because I've seen a king snake and rattlesnake sort of square off, and the rattlesnake will strike, and the king snake is always faster. So as the rattlesnake strikes, the king snake moves out of the way, bites it on the side of the face, and then eats it, which is great
Lovely.
because. Yeah, the rattlesnake's the one that bites you and you get really sick, but the king snake won't. It has no venom.
You've got to be pretty careful then if you're out working with the stock and stuff back home.
Yeah, if you see the rattlesnake, yeah, no good, no bueno.
All right. Well, we were just wondering before we go, nearly at the end of the show, we might be taking the one show to the States.
Ah.
We fancy a bit of a holiday. Not really. But if we were to, what would we need to change?
Ah. You know, here's what I think you should do. Most of the times, I think 100% of the time, when a hit show here goes to the States, they change everything and they screw it all up. Why don't you guys try it? Don't change a thing.
Yeah?
And go there and do it just like you do it here.
See, best guest ever. We said,
Yeah.
didn't we? Best guest ever.
That might be the secret.
Dude.
That is all for tonight, though. Thank you to Matt. Episodes is back on the 11th of May, 10 o'clock on BBC Two.
Join us tomorrow with Pitch Perfect star Anna Kendrick and a legend that is Jasper Carrot.
See you at 7. Bye.
Good night. Brilliant.